This is the back of the set reset cruise control board for the Saturn Ion 2005. These are the resistors that set the voltages that go to the cruise computer and tell it what to do. This is the back of a light which is non-functional. There are two buttons involved, the reset and the set being the more critical. The light is non-functional. This is intermittent, and I determined that it is at fault, so I'm going to replace it with one of the ones that I have from spares. This is the replacement button that I'm going to put in. I'm ready to do the exchange, and I've done the disassembly. Step 1, the switch is out. Now I have to reconcile the two different mounting styles. You could go to Mouser Electronics and choose through any number of 150,000 different types of tactile push buttons. And they cost about 89 cents a piece plus $12 shipping, or just use what's in the junk pile and make it work. Other option, the entire assembly, switch assembly, is available online, mail order with shipping, 25 bucks maximum. Where would the fun be if you just couldn't change the switch? Because of my issue of radial versus axial, I'm going to solder in some bus wire, and then I'm going to glue in the switch and then solder the connections. I set the glue, and I'm hoping that I've centered everything properly, and I need to wait for it to dry. This particular glue that I'm using is actually my favorite, and it takes a full 24 hours to cure. I glued the switch in, and it's set up in an hour. It's good enough to work with. I used some wire wrap wire, and I soldered in the connections. I'm hoping everything is centered, and it should work just fine. There is an issue with the height of the replacement button and the amount of throw of the plunger. I used the file to file off the top of the red button so it wouldn't depress prematurely. This shows the two push pistons that actuate the snap switches. The two ears on the bottom of the switch assembly go into the connector slot, and it's just forced out. I found that my hook tool, made out of the tension wire from a chain link fence, shaped and flattened, works perfectly. The switch assembly is press fit into the steering column, and it's done. I consider the new switch an upgrade from the lowest price switch originally installed. Saved myself the $25, used something I had in the parts for free, occupied myself for 2.5 hours. I'm a happy guy. Now, if you want to make yourself totally crazy, there are 4 of these clip ears that hold the original switch assembly together. This is the contact ring that can be resurfaced. As you could see, it's not a solid piece. So I'm just going to say, I'm not on Gilligan's Island. I don't need 2 coconuts and a banana leaf. I used the switch I had in parts. Still didn't cost anything. It's a free fix. I'm a happy guy.